See, this is where I think some women think men are stupid, and we're not. There's a lot of guys. It's not a tax bracket thing. I think that's the one thing I do agree with Darwin. It's not a tax bracket thing. Dudes utilize tools just like women utilize tools. So just like woman knows she walk outside in a bodysuit and certain heels and she put herself together, she's gonna get a certain level of attention. Men are no different. If I want to eliminate the lag time between getting this girl's attention, I may incentivize that attention. I may distract her. And what we also know is when we do this, we know what type of woman we're dealing with.
Been taking you to expensive dinners, $500 plus. How do I get him to spend personally? He wants to take me on vacation. Okay. So he's using you and enjoying your company, and he's spending money on you and him.
Nothing's wrong with that.
So you can't count that as money spent on you. It's $0 has been spent on you. Zero.
What?
You've gotten free food. Okay.
Oh, so money is being spent on you.
Your arm candy and dinner company. You're not benefiting directly from this man. So since he wants to go on vacation with you, you need a long list of financial obstacles in your way, keeping you from saying, yes, I can go on vacation with you. This is how you get the money. Okay. So make you a long list of all the things that you need to get checked off before you can get on a plane.
Go work
to go on vacation. Okay. The first thing on the list is you need all your bills paid up for the month or two, and always double and triple it. You need expenses to hire someone to care for Aunt Ethel while you're gone. Okay. The next thing you need is to board the dogs that Aunt Ethel has. He probably know you ain't got no dogs if you don't have no dog. But you need the money to board or hire a dog sitter or walker for the dogs that Aunt Ethel has, because that's what you normally do while you're in town. So you're going to need a list of expenses that he has to cover. And he's going to be like, well, how much is all this going to cost? And so you can go with me. And you're going to give him that money, then you're going to give him that sum. And when he deposits that in your bank account, then you're like, okay, well, thank you so much. That's going to relieve a lot of my stress. Now I can focus on the vacation and truly enjoy it. Thank you so much. Then say, I'm going to pack my nicest clothes, all my designer. Don't pack nothing in that suitcase or pack a bunch of stuff that you don't want, or pretend like you pack stuff and then leave it slightly unzipped. Carry all your valuables on the plane. And then when you get to the luggage and you pick it up, it's going to look like someone stole all your stuff, and he's going to have to take you shopping. Okay. So when he has to take you shopping, you're going to be so sad because you lost all your nice items, your designer.
That's crazy.
You're going to be crying. You're going to be sad. Now, ain't nothing worse than going on vacation with a woman who's sad, crying, doesn't have any clothes to wear. What is he going to have to do? He's going to have to step up and take you shopping at nice places. So that's how you're going to get your money. That's how you're going to get a shopping spree. And that's how you're going to get what you deserve. Rather than just some free food and be somebody's arm candy, you're going to flip the script and get this money. Okay?
It's definitely a certain kind of man she's talking about. Has to be.
Go ahead, Keon.
I think it's interesting because it's clear who the audience is. This is not which is interesting because SHERA is married. She's a married woman. So I think that's obviously letting you know that this is probably a grift of some sort that she's using for entertainment purposes. Because how are you a married woman claiming this is what you do when you have a whole husband?
But I think her husband, she talks about him. Like, that's why I stopped. I was like, because she was going off on him. One time he walked in and she said something I felt was very disrespectful. Is my understanding he's a lot older than her. And she talks about him. Like, disrespectfully.
How you think she got him?
I mean, they must be on the same page at least. I mean, because I'm guessing she wouldn't be with him if he wasn't doing the things that she claims is happening for her, right? Unless, again, it's a grift and she's using it for entertainment purposes and she knows there's a market that she can sell that concept on. So either that's her husband that she's speaking about and has the experience, or she's a grifter.
Connect the dots. Very old man. And her.
So last year, she was on live. So I'm not sure if you guys know, but last year she was on live and she was speaking about him, and he came in and interrupted the live, and he said, "If you continue, I will divorce you." Like, it was a whole thing. And then she was off of social media for about a month before she came back in, and she had to start rewording a lot of the things that she said before. And a lot of people, there are so many snippets of the argument that ended up happening, because she was live and she walked away from the phone, and you can hear him in the background, like, "I'm going to cut your card," and I mean, all kinds of things. And it was because he had walked in on her talking about him in that disrespectful manner.
Yeah, but
It's real disrespectful to him.
is it effective though? Is the thing she's teaching, is it effective? Like, you think women can pull that off?
There are some
Yes,
women who
women can
can.
pull that off.
There are some women who can, if they look a certain way and they're young enough, they can. And that's the demographic that she usually is speaking to a lot.
I mean, I don't know why we would assume that that's not.
Though. You're saying women can pull that off. I think there are women that do that and men that engage in those type of women, but I don't think the women are tricking them into doing it. I think the men are fully aware of what it is that they're doing and they're okay with it, so they do it.
I mean, strippers exist for a reason. There are some strippers who have designer everything, and there are a lot of men that, I mean, and some of them even have wives.
Man, these women, I don't like how you paint women.
I don't think the women are tricking men. The men are fully aware of what they're doing. It's a relationship that they've established, and they understand what it is.
How I'm supposed to know that you lost your clothes?
So, like,
I'm supposed to.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
those statements that she's
One
making,
mic, one mic.
They seem highly manipulative. Like, as Miss Taken was saying, if you have some sort of arrangement or something, and you deal with the guy and the guy takes care of you, that's not tricking him to anything. That's two consensual choices saying, "Hey, we'll do this way." It's an arrangement. But what she's saying, yeah, that is trickery, and that's very highly manipulative. I mean, we see in places that there are chicks who do shady things like that, but I don't think the majority are probably even needing to do that. They just find guys that are willing to make that arrangement with them. I think she's appealing to literally people who are scam artists, really.
All right, let's go ahead and get Bo, Courtney, True, and Hank in there. Go ahead.
First things first, strippers are doing their job, and the men know exactly what their job are, so they have no mention in this whole conversation. But I will say what she is doing is grifting. She does not live the life that she is telling other women to live. She's literally in it to make money. That is it. That is all. She is teaching these women a dangerous, dangerous game. Now, in the same way that I am going to tell men that women should not be completely dependent on them because they will be susceptible to a man's abuse, not saying all or most, just saying that it happens. I am saying too that she is also subjecting these women to abuse, because if this whole, I mean, you lost all of your things and now he has to buy you all of these things again because, oh my God, you're so sad that you lost your, shut your stupid ass up. Because once that man figures out that she lied to him and he spent all that money on her for absolutely no reason, she is going to be open to abuse, because a lot of men are not going to take nice to that. Men don't play about their money. People don't play about their money in general. Don't play that game. You are putting women in harm's way, especially since she is talking about a certain demographic of men, a certain tax bracket of men. And those men are mean as hell. So does she teach you how to deal with that? Does she teach you that the men that they are going to be using can do all kinds of things to them? This is why I think that women should be taught independence, because you're going to go out and get it on your own. You are going to be able to like a man because he's a man and you want to be with him, rather than using him for money, because I can guarantee you, them men with money that's going to give it to you, they're going to make you do something for it. Does she teach you that? Now, it does look like her mouth looked like she had a whole bag of dicks in it. So she might be able to teach you something like that. So, and she gonna have to. You're gonna have to learn that skill, because you're gonna have to earn that money, baby. So I think that it's dumb. I've never heard this lady talk. I've never even seen her face. And boy, does it look like she got a bag of dick stuff off in there. Don't listen to this lady. She's stupid. She just as stupid as all of these other red pill dumbass men.
All right, go ahead, Courtney.
All right, so I do believe that she is very manipulative. And I'm also going to say, and let me go ahead and preface it by saying this. We're not talking about the extreme side of it, but this is what Red Pill was based on. Staying away from women like this, having dignity for yourself, and having standards as a man, and not just falling for a pretty face and a nice ass. That's what it was. Of course, you got a lot of these individuals now, they're doing all the extreme shit. Fuck these hoes, just fuck the bitches, get money. We ain't talking about that. We talking about having standards for yourself. And that's why we call certain men simps and shit, right? And so in this aspect right here, like y'all said, because I don't know much about this, my first time ever seeing her. So y'all saying that she's a grifter. So if she's out here throwing out false narratives and she's being deceitful to women, that's definitely a danger to women. Because again, if a lot of women say that men are very dangerous, this is the same woman that's putting them in that same space and environment to get fucked up, because they don't know these type of men, and especially if they got money, like Bo said. So that's a very bad way to go about it if you're just trying to get money out of people. And I'll yield.
All right, go ahead, Hank. No, true. Sorry.
I'm loving Bo's energy today, because the bag of dicks, that's hilarious. Yeah, the SHERA. This lady can't be taken seriously. I think she is one of those people who write the kind of like the people who write those novels, like of the extreme, sex and the exchange of sorts. And then if you look at those people who write those novels, they typically are very unattractive, and for God's sakes, they are not having the type of passion that they put on script, right? So that's how I kind of look at her. At the same token, see, this is where I think some women think men are stupid. And we're not. There's a lot of guys. It's not a tax bracket thing. I think that's the one thing I do agree with Darwin. It's not a tax bracket thing. Dudes utilize tools just like women utilize tools. So just like woman knows she walk outside in a bodysuit and certain heels and she put herself together, she's going to get a certain level of attention. Men are no different. If I want to eliminate the lag time between getting this girl's attention, I may incentivize that attention. I may distract her. And what we also know is when we do this, we know what type of woman we're dealing with. I think Courtney said something earlier, which I agree with. If you raise your daughter to be introduced to good treatment, good living, good lifestyle, then it's harder to bait a woman like that. But typically, if you come at a woman and you're like, yo, I'll do this and I'll do that, she tell you about her cell phone bill needing to be paid, and you jump on it to willing to solve her life's issues, and she bites, we already know, oh, she a bopper. This chick is simple, because that's impressive to you. Like, it's sad that they think we're dumb, but we're not. And what happens is that I heard a guy talk about this named Sharp some time ago when that girl Blue Jasmine was talking about, getting taken care of and so on and so forth. He said, if you were a smart woman, you would get the business. If you're going to deal with a man, go into it getting something that's actually tangible, not just the experience, not just the vacation, not just a bill being paid. That's trinkets to any man, because realistically, if you're going to deal with a woman any length of time, you're talking long term, you're going to spend money. This just comes with it. It's baked into the system, right? So if you dumb heifers think that him buying you a bag or him taking you on a date or, girl, I got him to buy me, a wig, Okay, you think y'all playing each other, and he's cool with the exchange. Trust me, they talk about it. But it's very different when a man is looking to pursue you because he's not going to show his hand like that. And if a woman is smart, she would be able to depict a man of quality compared to he may play the trick and he's not a trick. And I'll land.
Go ahead, Hank.
Yeah, the words that are being used today, god damn, that mouthful of dicks, true saying heifer. I know that's right. God damn, man out my own heart. I agree with that. But I think both said it earlier, and I agree with that part. Was this is dangerous. It's very dangerous. It's not funny, Shane. It's not entertaining. It shouldn't be for a good purpose. It shouldn't. Because this woman is setting these other women up for failure. You got a lot of slow women who will actually believe everything she's saying is right, and they should actually go out and do these things. And they're not going to get the results they think that they're going to get. Because once that man figures out that he's being taken advantage of, there's going to be hell to pay. There's going to be hell to pay. And she may not like the hell that's going to be coming her way when it does. So no, ladies, don't buy into this. Don't do this. Don't think this okay and think you're going to get away with. Or if you have got away with it, don't think it's going to be a continuous thing. Don't. You might get away with it on the one-off, maybe a second, but you keep doing it, you might not like the results that you're going to get. So I would definitely recommend ladies not do this bullshit that she's talking about, taking advantage of the man, using the man, and like I said, doing those things. It's not cool. It's not cool. So just be careful, ladies. And I think like Kelly Rowland saying, you can't listen to everybody. That's a fact. I'll leave it there.
But Hank, I have a bone to pick with you? Because oftentimes
sure
you be
do.
saying, use these hoes. I'm going to use these hoes. But when it's the other way around, you should, it just, I think that nobody should be using anybody. Men shouldn't use women. Women shouldn't use men. How about that?
Yeah, I don't consider a hoe a woman. I consider a hoe a low life of the scum of the earth. That's what I consider a hoe. There's other people that I choose not to throw in there, a part of the scum of the earth. But I should not name them alphabet community people. So that's a different conversation. I think weak dudes are scum of the earth. So don't feel like the hoes are the only one that I think are scum of the earth. There's a lot of people I think are scum of the earth.
Gotcha. Thank you.
So don't feel like I said you use these hoes. You take advantage of these hoes because the hoes don't mean shit. Now, these women who are consider themselves good women, I wouldn't recommend them listen to the women like that. But if you can find a trick that's okay with that, man, use and abuse them. Shout out to Bill Weathers. Use them up. But if you find a man that's not with that shit, you better leave him alone. You won't like the outcome.
Here between the wash and dry, that's what's gonna happen.